single men do not approach women in the wild. I would love nothing more than a guy to approach me.
Let's get into why single men don't approach women in real life anymore. It's a common complaint among women who wish they'd get approached more often, and some men feel frustrated by the pressure and fear of being labeled as creepy or worse, accused of sexual harassment.
One's for all the dudes that complain that they just don't want to approach women anymore because they think they're going to be slapped with sexual harassment. Guys, you are making a mountain out of a molehill. You understand that that is worst possible case scenario, and the likelihood of it actually happening is very, very, very slim.
Wait a minute.
You free, bro. You free. You free. Done.
So happy to see you.
His accusers, Sharon and Karen Sanders, decided to stand down.
He went in guilty. He's guilty now. And guess what? He will die guilty.
You ready?
I'm happy. I got 44 years.
Are you mad at anyone?
No, I'm not mad.
So you're not mad at the women?
No, I'm not mad at them. I mean that. When I told them I forgive them, that's what I mean. Forgiveness.
Approaching a woman today might seem like walking through a minefield, but let's put things into perspective. Now, why do some men shy away from making the first move? Fear is a big factor here, no doubt about it. Fear of rejection, fear of looking silly, fear of not knowing what to say. You've likely come across this before, either in online comments or conversations with friends. There are some guys out there who are really upset about dating. They're fed up to the point where they're saying they're done with it entirely, swearing off the whole dating scene. They argue that it's just better for their mental health to avoid dating altogether.
How come one of y'all ain't settled down yet? Y'all like rejecting love or something right now?
It's not that, bro. It's like, I understand now what makes me happy. You know what I'm saying?
Waking up to a woman every day, ain't that a happy moment?
Nah, man. A lot of modern women ain't what they not, you know. I grew up in the household with my grandmother. My grandmother used to cook, clean, wash clothes.
You don't see that.
Look, when she was pissed off with my grandfather, she'd wait till my grandfather get off from work, calm down, drink his coffee, read his paper. Then she'll come to him and say, well, EJ, you know, and she won't come like,
oh yeah, we don't see that.
With that masculine energy?
Yeah, they don't hit you at the door.
Not all men are scared to approach women. Many are just tired of dealing with what we perceive as entitled or toxic behavior. There's this assumption that most men are packing in their boots at the thought of talking to a woman, but the reality is more complex. Some guys have found peace in being single. They've ditched the idea of relationships and found that life is simpler and calmer without the stress of dating. And let's be real, there's this underlying fear of ending up in a bad situation, whether it's a toxic relationship or worse, legal trouble. Sure, guys know that only a small fraction of women might do something harmful, but we don't know which one it'll be. So, they tread carefully, trying to protect themselves from potential harm. It's not about women having a nasty attitude, it's about self-preservation. Now, let's hear a real-life example.
This man was rejected for trying to be a gentleman and was put down for no reason.
Have you hold this?
Yes.
And what's your name?
My name is Daryl.
Daryl, how old are you?
I'm 26.
26,
Yes.
all right. And Daryl, what do you do?
Right now, I'm currently a bud tender at Curaleaf Pavilion.
Okay.
But I also have a bachelor's degree in family and consumer science.
Nice.
And I'm a registered child care provider. Like, I'm looking to get my independent insurance out here in Arizona right now. So, you feel me? Just, you know, working on myself.
Love that. All right. Okay. And now, what type of woman do you look for?
Graceful, gentle. You feel me? Just, I mean, you know, beautiful. You feel me? Just a woman who likes me. You feel me? I don't exactly have any preference.
I just feel I want to know what's in there. Are there well, let me is it policies? You have policies in there?
Whoever actually wanted to find out.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Would have been able to. Whoever wanted to find out would have been able to. Y'all didn't want to stick around and find that out.
There's something in there. I don't know if there's.
It is. It definitely is. Of course, a suitcase wouldn't be empty. But whoever wanted to actually find out, they would have been able to. You feel me?
Well, and then as you were speaking to the other lady, my name's Adana, by the way. As you're
nice
speaking
to meet you, Adana.
Cheers. So as you were speaking to the other ladies, I thought if I wouldn't be able to get rid of you if we broke up or something. Like I feel like you're up to something.
I'm up to something.
There's like
No,
the spirit of confusion.
This a
something.
blessing. I never been through nothing like this before. You feel me?
Okay.
And in college, I was in a committed relationship for about 3 years. So you feel me? I never expected something like this. You know, I was in real love before. So, you know, this is new. You know, I'm happy to be here. I'm ecstatic to meet all of you women. Y'all look amazing, bro. So yeah, for them, like, you feel me? This, bro. Yeah, everything. You tough. You tough as hell.
I'm a brick house, but
yeah, everything, all that. Yeah. And I'm a provider. So you feel me? Tough. It's
what kind
tough.
of provider?
No, it's tough. You popped your balloon. It's tough.
Oh, I'm okay.
Yeah, it's tough.
Okay.
That's tough.
He's okay.
Yeah. That's
So, can I see one of your toothpicks? Thank you. I'm gonna hand this over to you. Just be careful with the briefcase and the mic.
Okay.
All right. You got.
Why you pop yours? You ain't fucking with me?
Personally, you talk like my little brother.
Oh, hold on. Let me go ahead. Go
How
on
old are you?
back.
I'm 26.
Okay.
And you talk like my little brother. I feel like I'm talking to my Chicago as well.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay.
Yeah, you're very gorgeous though, but I don't like that you put the fake flower in your vest trying to make it look better than what it was.
Yeah.
I don't like that you brought a fake briefcase. There's probably nothing in there, and it's also halfway open. You should probably close it. Also, I don't like that the fact that you put your hat.
What would be
Why do you have
considered
the hat
a
on?
fake briefcase though?
Fake briefcase.
I mean, the hair
or
done.
something.
It's done. It's
So
done.
why
dog.
didn't you show your hair?
That's what I wanted to do today.
I don't understand. I just want to see your hair though.
I get it. You feel me? I've dealt with, you feel me, Chicago women most of my life. You okay? You feel me? Me and your brother probably sound alike because we done been through the same struggles. You feel me? But I could respect that. I just wanted to know what you was thinking about. That's all that was.
It's just weird talking to my little brother. So
no problem. You can't say little. We the same age, darling. Let's be respectful.
you sound like him though.
That's
So
because we from
talking-
the same place. So you don't like
No,
you don't
it's
like
not.
people from your hometown.
I never said
and
that.
that's respectful. I can respect
I
that.
just want a man with a higher vocabulary,
Okay.
which you don't have on your day-to-day speak. Speaking to all the other women, trust. I know you're good.
I talk like where I was born from. I got a real like respect. I can't let you, like, you feel me, throw down what I've been through. You feel me?
I never said what you went through
I'm
was.
just saying though, you tried though, darling.
No, I
you feel me?
didn't.
So I want you to know, like, I'm really from struggle. I speak a
great.
certain type of way, but I've searched for education. I have a bachelor's
That's
degree.
fine.
You feel me? What I do right now, I work with people every day. So I don't want you to just throw shade on hood niggas in general.
wasn't throwing shade
I
on you,
speak with a
love.
little slang. I got a little hood to me, but I'm educated, baby.
No, that's fine.
We can move forward. Thank you.
And that is why many guys hesitate to approach women. It's not because we're afraid of their attitude, but because we're afraid of rejection or even humiliation. It's a blow to the ego and can chip away at our confidence, leaving us feeling defeated and discouraged.
Last weekend I went to this bar and I approached this girl that was with her friend. I thought she was really cute and I thought I would go over and say hi. As soon as I went up to her, she gave me the dirtiest fucking look any girl's ever given me. I was like, what the hell? And she was like, no. And I was like, I just walked away. But that right there is why so many guys are afraid of approaching women. That's literally the reason why a lot of guys don't do it.
Now, let's talk about that encounter with the woman who shut down a guy's attempt to chat her up. Some might say she did him a favor by revealing her nasty attitude up front. I mean, who wants to deal with that kind of negativity, right? But it's also a reflection of a bigger issue: the fear of rejection that many guys face when trying to approach women. Now, it's also important to know what men are really looking for in a partner. While everyone's preferences may vary a bit, there are some common traits that tend to stand out. First off, respect. Every guy wants to be with someone who respects them for who they are and what they bring to the table. Loyalty is another big one. Knowing that your partner has your back through thick and thin is incredibly important. Kindness is key too. Someone who's compassionate and caring can truly make a relationship shine. And let's not forget about humor. A good sense of humor can be a total game changer. Being able to laugh together, share inside jokes, and just enjoy each other's company adds so much joy to a relationship. Oh, and chemistry. You know that feeling when you just click with someone? It's like fireworks going off, and it's pure magic. Chemistry is that spark that can't be forced or manufactured. It's either there or it's not.
that men need to toughen up, and I think if men were forced to be homeless, they would learn how to be better men.
Say what?
Because that's what made men manly in the past, was having to build houses and stuff.
And stuff. Yeah, that's not what made men manly.
If we just made men be homeless for like a year, I think...
Now, there's this baffling notion that some women enjoy seeing men suffer. It's a toxic mindset that pits genders against each other instead of fostering understanding and cooperation. It is one of the reasons men would rather stay on their own than go after women. And as for the idea that there are better women elsewhere, let's not reduce people to stereotypes based on geography.
Okay, reason why women over 40 can't find a man, because they're stuck in their ways. Because some other man treat them bad and ruin their mind mentally, and mentally she hasn't decluttered from what the other man did. And a lot of the women they're delusional. They have unrealistic expectation, thinking somebody gonna come and save them. And a lot of women, they can't change because mentally they all of a sudden they know they work, but they didn't know they worked 10 years ago. And a lot of them thinking that they could pull a man that they could pull when they were younger, and it's just not that case. Unrealistic. Some of them are very unrealistic and delusional. And a lot of these women that's delusional, they don't look good. They simply don't look good. They're unable to pull the men that they want to pull. A lot of them had let themselves go. Talking to some of those women in their 40s, talking to a doorknob. They don't do anything, okay? And they're very aggressive. A lot of them are very aggressive, okay? Ignorant. Can't change them. So, guys, let me just tell you, stay away from them. Stay awake.
Now, why is it that women over 40 often struggle to find a man? Well, it's because many of them are stuck in their ways, still carrying baggage from past relationships. Mentally, they haven't decluttered, and their expectations can be downright unrealistic. Some of them are holding on to the idea that a knight in shining armor will come and rescue them, but life doesn't always work like that.
What do you bring to the table? So the question I have is for men. What are you wanting the girls to bring to the table? There's been a ton of guys in some of the comments on my previous posts throwing out, well, what do the women bring to the table? What do they do? What are they going to bring to the table? You guys expect so much from men. I'm going to throw it back to the men. What are you wanting the woman to bring to the table? Are you wanting 50-50?
This is mostly why men ask the age-old question, what do you bring to the table? It's a fair question, and it goes both ways. Men want to know what women are bringing into the relationship, just like women want to know what men are bringing. It's not about expecting too much. It's about understanding each other's expectations and finding common ground.
Dating in your 40s, I mean, maybe 30s too, I don't know. It's really hard. I feel like that, you go in, and at this point, everybody has baggage, right? You've lived your life, you've been dating for most people for half your life, or been in some kind of relationship, or taken a break from relationships. And a lot of times by this point, you both have kind of gotten set in your ways, or you're used to things a certain way. You know what you want, but then you also, maybe want a relationship too. So then it's like you try to be agreeable, or you try to find someone that you'll work well together, like the perfectly imperfect, right? But it is so hard. I recently got out of a relationship, and
dating in your 40s, or even your 30s, can be challenging, no doubt about it. But it's not impossible. It's all about attitude and mindset. Instead of dwelling on missed opportunities or past mistakes, focus on the present and the future. Stay positive, stay open, and most importantly, stay true to yourself.
Do you want to know why dating over 40 is so difficult for some people? Let me give you the number one reason why this is happening. Most people that are over 40, they kind of have a jaded and checkered past. This keeps them from being open and emotionally available, and it leaves them afraid that they're going to be hurt again. But what has to happen is they must realize that love, it's risky. In order for it not to be so challenging for them, they have to be able to lose that adverse attitude about that risk. Because ultimately, the biggest risk that they have to face is being alone.
It's time for women, especially those over 40, to reassess their expectations and priorities. Instead of clinging to unrealistic fantasies, it's time to embrace reality and focus on personal growth and fulfillment. And for men, it's about recognizing the signs and knowing when to steer clear of toxic dynamics. Let's strive for honesty, respect, and genuine connections in the world of dating and relationships. And let's talk about appearances. Some women in their 40s have let themselves go, and it's no secret that physical attraction plays a role in attraction. Plus, there's the issue of attitude. Some women become aggressive or set in their ways, making them less approachable and more difficult to connect with. It's a harsh reality, but as women age, their expectations often become more realistic. Those who cling to their youthful fantasies are what we call delusional women. They're still chasing a dream that's long past its expiration date, and it's time to wake up and smell the coffee. There's also a lack of being intimate. While advocating for abstinence is admirable, it's important to recognize the context behind it. Some women use it as a form of protest or empowerment, but it's important to understand the implications and consequences of such actions. Another reason why we're where we are is attraction. Some people feel like they're not getting any attention or play, and they wonder why. Well, maybe it's time to evaluate what you're bringing to the table. Being funny or hot certainly helps, but it's not everything. And hey, if Trader Joe's is the only good man in your life, maybe it's time to reevaluate your standards.
So I posted a couple videos recently talking about modern women and what their standards are and what modern women are looking for. And I've gotten a lot of comments from men saying that they are not looking for a modern woman.
Guys insist that one of the reasons is they're not looking for a modern woman. They want someone more traditional. So, what's the difference between the two? Well, let's break it down. A modern woman is all about independence. She's got a thriving career, she's focused on her education, and she puts these things at the top of her priority list. You'll often hear her saying things like, "I don't need a man to support me," or "never depend on a man." On the flip side, a traditional woman is all about family and home. She takes pride in cooking and cleaning, and she knows how to nurture and care for her man both emotionally and physically. Some might even use the word submissive to describe her, in the sense of being supportive and respectful of her partner's role. Now, to all the ladies out there, let's keep it real. If cooking and cleaning aren't your jam, that's totally okay. But if you're not willing to take on those traditional roles, it's a bit unrealistic to expect a traditional man to come along and sweep you off your feet. Relationships are about give and take, and it's important to be fair and equitable in what you bring to the table. So, to sum it up, if you're a modern woman, that's awesome. Get comfortable with your independence and focus on your career and education. And if you're a traditional woman, own it. Take pride in nurturing your family and creating a warm, loving home environment. Now let's hear from you. What kind of woman are you looking for? Are you drawn to the independence of modern women, or do you prefer the nurturing qualities of a traditional woman? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. And to all the ladies out there, remember, it's okay to be yourself. Whether you're modern or traditional, embrace who you are and what you bring to the table. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.